Rosie Posie Hummingbird Mint. Now, I talked to Katie and she was like, they bloom like an annual. They bloom like an annual. What does that mean? It means that they explode. So you've got this beautiful explosion of color, and they're perennial and fragrant. Those are two of my favorite words. Whenever I'm buying any flowers, that means you buy once, $23.58, or take advantage of the 3 easy payments of $7.86, and they will come back year after year after year. Your hardest decision is, where do I want the pretty in my yard? Ships to you for free. Katie Dubow is a specialized specialist, shall I say? How do I say that?
Just rolls off the tongue.
Exactly. She's written articles dedicated to annual garden trends, and then you also have is it a blog, or you have a...
I do have a blog,
yes,
and I have a website, and I have a Facebook page,
and
Katie
all
Garden
that
Girl.
stuff.
Whatever questions you have, let me know.
But that's what we love. That's why we love having Katie Dubow here and bringing us Cottage Farms. Now, just to step back, if somebody doesn't know what Cottage Farms stands for and kind of what you do differently than other flower homes, can you tell us?
Cottage Farms we call ourselves the grower's grower, which means we are selecting plants that the landscapers and the professionals grow.
Got it.
So these are unique plants, but we also select them because we want them to be able to work for you in most areas of the country where you live.
And these are easy to grow. We're going to show you that video one more time. If you want to use your Q card on this, you can use your Q card on this too. So it doesn't have to be 3 easy payments, it can be 5. So we've got, how many did you say, Fran? Over 2,000 of these have already been picked up. So you get a set of 3, and then we'll show you in this video kind of what happens. So what happens, Miss Katie?
Oh yeah, you said it. I mean, these are the most fragrant plants. Both the leaves and the flowers have a scent. Yeah, the leaves have, as true to their name, hummingbird mint. They have this almost, it's an earthy, minty fragrance, but it's the flowers that attract those hummingbirds and those bees and those butterflies. They are going to be covering these plants, and what you're doing is you're providing that nectar, that food that they need in your backyard. You can help the pollinators just by planting these hummingbird mint plants.
And so why would I choose a hummingbird mint as I'm thinking of adding it to my garden? I said you said they attract the pollinators, but what kind of space am I looking to fill that I need this?
You know, you might have grown hummingbird mint before. You can see here in this picture, we go to trial gardens. This shape of this hummingbird mint is the most perfect little pom-pom shape.
Okay.
So they don't get out of control. These grow to be about 18 to 20 inches tall and wide.
Nice.
So they are a nice middle of the garden bed plant. Or if you've grown hummingbird mint before, you know it gets out of control. You can now put these in containers. A lot of us are small space gardening now. You don't want to dig a hole. You can still help your pollinators. Put some of these in a container with maybe some coneflowers or some lavender, and now you've got your own little pollinator garden in a container.
And you can put it out on a deck. So these are actually faux. We show you in our pictures the real, M67043. How are these shipped to us?
So these are shipped, and the great thing that you can see here is how dense the leaves are at the base. And so that's the cool thing about these, is I always love to show you the dense foliage, because that means when you're planting them at home, less weeding, can't you?
Whoa.
I know.
I mean, that is really minty.
It's so
minty, I want to eat it. It's like it was in a mint julep, that minty.
And it has a nice earthy mint aroma. It's not like the mint that you grow. And unlike the mint that you grow, which sometimes has a bad reputation for spreading too fast, this one's not going to spread and take over your garden.
Here's the other thing, is that look at the leaves. The leaves themselves are really pretty. They're like a perfect kind of spade shape that you're seeing there.
And they have purple undertones on the undersides of them, so they're two-tone.
Oh, that's neat. So weird question, can I eat these leaves?
These are not edible for people.
Got it.
I mean, they won't poison you, but this is not the kind of mint that you would
put
make
in
tea
a
out of or
mojito
something, right?
or
make
that.
a mojito.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
So these are the hummingbird mint, and they're the Rosie Posie. So this color, or the color in the pictures, is what I'm going to get in my garden?
Yes.
What will I see?
You kind of dressed for it today. So yes, this is unusual. Hummingbird mint usually comes in like a blue or a purple shade.
Okay.
So that's why we picked, when we saw this Rosie Posie, we know how much you love pink in the garden. It is definitely one of the most popular shades for our gardens. So we had to jump on this Rosie Posie because it is a nice rosy, almost a bubblegum pink when you see it in the garden.
And in terms of sun, shade, like, can I put this in muddy places? Can I put it in a hill? Can I put it in rocky places? What's the sun and shade requirements?
Hummingbird mint is so hardy. So if you haven't grown anything before, if you're a new gardener, I want to urge you to try this because it can work in so many different soil conditions. If you have no idea what kind of soil you have, it's good to give this a try. As you can see here, this is, a full sun plant. One of my tricks is, if you know it's a pollinator plant, in this case we know because we see the hummingbird in the title, make that be a cue to you that most pollinator plants require full sun.
Okay, I love that. That's if I see hummingbird, then I know it needs full sun.
Right, or a butterfly bushes, anything like that, you say, oh, that's a full sun plant.
Okay, so the great thing about this is that it's going to ship to you in your area at the time that you need it. But if you want to know, well, I'm ordering these, Rachel and Katie, when is this going to ship to me? All you do is go to QVC.com. It's really easy, and then you put in your zip code.
That's right.
And that shows you when it's going to be shipped to you. Not only that, you Cottage Farms folks, you put additional videos on here as to how to grow, right?
We have so much information, just in case you forget by the time this comes home to you.
Right.
I forget, was that full sun or how big do these get? So you can always find the information there on the website.
Yeah, on the website, and the map we were showing you shows in general when this shipment will come to you. $23.58 for 3 pieces. So you can get them all home, you can put them all in one space. I can do container or in ground.
You can do container or in ground. If you are doing containers and you have about a 12 like this one or 18-inch container, do 1 per container. So many of you are asking me, how, I've got a 12, 15-inch container. I would say these are perennials, which means they come back year after year. So go ahead and don't be afraid to do 1 per container. Maximize that space and that potential.
Yeah, I love it.
And maximize the bloom. You said it at the top of this. These will bloom for you like annuals.
Which means?
Bloom power. That means they'll start late spring, start blooming with these beautiful, tall, really interesting textured flowers and continue to bloom all the way through till a frost. That is color in your garden from spring through fall.
You know what? So 2,000 of these have been spoken for, 100 just now in the past few minutes. Get your set. This is a perfect flowers to me are a perfect bill to ship to. First of all, the shipping is free. It's going to go to the right location at the right time. It comes with your how to grow guide. I mean, and this is what's really great. I mean, Cottage Farms really spoon feeds you, and if that's what you need, which is, honey, that's what I needed. I need to be spoon fed. I was like, okay, this is what they're supposed to look like. This is what I do when I get it home. Like literally, this is how you take it out of that little pot and you plant it. Everything is step by step for you, and they really stand behind it as well. We'll talk to you about that guarantee in a second, but there is something that you suggest adding as well.
That's right. So fertilizer is, if you haven't gardened before, is an important food for your plants. Just like people need healthy food, so do plants. Cottage Farms delivers it in these easy, convenient little pods. So this is our bud and flower booster, 1 per 1 gallon. And Roxanne's watering cans are 1 gallon. So you just throw 1 of these in that watering can and you water it right into your plants.
So the set of 3, get as many of these as you need or want. It's a perennial and it is fragrant. My 2, like those are my 2 must-haves.
Yes.
Perennial fragrant, $23.58, $7.86. We're planting our gardens right now, and here's the warranty. Cottage Farms really stands behind the flowers and the plants that you'll be getting.
Yes, we do. We say we aren't happy. If you aren't happy, we guarantee